Alright, Viggen fans, you're finally getting your video. Out of all the planes in War Thunder, there is not a plane with more of a relentless fan base than the Viggen. Some of you might be thinking that calling the Viggen mid might be a little harsh, but it kinda is mid. It does most things okay. In fact, it does most things like decently well. It's just there are so many other planes at top tier that do all those things better. Yes, it's competitive in the matchmaker. Yes, you can get a lot of kills in it, but wow, I would just rather play a J7E or MLD or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the Viggen is a cool plane. I actually do kind of like it and I've been enjoying playing it. There are a lot of claims that the Viggen is one of the best planes in War Thunder. I've seen a lot of people say that it is the best plane in War Thunder that'll beat F-14s and whatnot. Which, just to be clear, this plane is not better than the F-14. But I do find it kind of crazy how many people request me to play the Viggen and honestly a whole bunch of other Swedish planes. It's really, really strange. Now, what's the Viggen experience actually like? I guess we could start with the missiles. Two of the missiles you can carry are SAR missiles. They are the RB-71s, which are literally just AIM-7E2s, which now in November 2022, in-game, they're a bit outclassed. Now don't get me wrong, they work, they're just so okay at getting kills. However, with these pack sales, it seems a little bit easier than normal because of the amount of F5Cs and A5Cs you see on the other team. I've been getting lots of down tiers, especially today, but more on that in a minute. In addition to the E2s, you get RB-24Js, which are just AIM-9Js, which are very mediocre missiles. In fact, I'd actually call them subpar. They wouldn't be too bad if you could lead the missile more like an AIM-9G or something. I completely forget what it's called, but the big circle that goes outside the little circle, that's what I'm talking about. Now, just like the AIM-7E2s, don't get me wrong, they work. You can make them work, and I have gotten plenty of kills with them. In fact, most of my kills are still coming from missiles. After all, it is still top tier, but I still think they are kind of mid. And then, of course, there's the flight performance itself. Now, I don't know exactly where this thing would stand relative to all the other top tier jets as far as performance goes, but I could definitely answer some would you rather play this or that questions. So let's do that. Would I rather play the J7E or the Viggen? I don't even need to ask that question really because the answer is always going to be J7E. Would I rather play the Viggen or the F-14? I would choose the F-14. Now, would I take the Viggen over an F-4J? Viggen all day. F-4E? Probably still the Viggen. Now, MLD or MLA, yeah, I'd take the MLD or MLA over the Viggen. Though I can't say 100% sure for the MLA because I haven't played it, but I'd probably take it either way. Now, remember a minute ago when I brought up the down tiers? Well, despite the fact I just called this thing mid for the last 2 minutes, I have been getting an unbelievable amount of down tiers today. I'm guessing it has to do with the pack sales, because the amount of teams I've gone against that are literally just entire teams of A5Cs and F5Cs is kind of crazy. Whole lot of new players in F5Cs who will fly straight at me and just die to my AIM-7. Like legit, this morning it was like 8 out of 10 games I were getting were full down tiers. In the games that weren't full down tiers, there would be like 2 11.3s on my team. There'd be like one F14 and, you know, an F4J or something. So the majority of the lobbies were still like F5C teams, which is cool with me because it's a lot easier to rack up kills that way. You know, I want to say this is just temporary, but the way this game has gone the last year or so, I don't know, the F5C spam, or well, premium spam in general, is likely never going away. Anyways, according to YouTube watch time, you guys seem to enjoy the post-match commentary, so here you go. So here's one of those games I was talking about where the majority of the enemy team is F5Cs. You know how in my J2M5 video people kind of just lined up for me? Well, a similar thing happens here, although not to that extent. Instead of shooting at people who are stalled out, I'm shooting missiles at people who aren't even aware of my presence. And the first one of these people is this F4F. Looks like he's going on a bombing run, of course. When I feel I'm close enough, I shoot a 9J, turn away because I'm like 99% sure he wasn't paying attention, which apparently he wasn't. As I'm turning around, I notice an F5C headed my way. Turn on the radar, I was going to try and shoot an AIM-7 at him, but we're closing way too fast, and that would have been way too ambitious of a launch anyway. Notice to my right, my teammate looks like he needs a little bit of help. It appears all of these guys are full tunnel vision on my teammate, so I'm going to shoot off a 9J at this F4E. He tries to flare it. Honestly, I'm surprised the missile hit, but F4J's in front of me as well, so I send off another one, and that's going to be another kill. And now I've got 3 F5Cs to deal with. The one directly behind me that's about to take some shots at me, he must have come from somewhere else and I didn't notice because he has a bunch of speed. Have just enough time to get my nose all the way down and warm up a missile to shoot at this F5. Which that's going to result in another kill. It's funny, during this game I was like, wow, I'm killing this entire swarm, how are there still more people? So more and more people just kept showing up. So now it's 3 F5Cs and a MiG-21 Biz SAU. Now at this point I'm thinking, damn, I'm kinda boned. But I do know one thing, this plane is faster than F5Cs, so I can probably get away and 1 or 2 or 3 of them will eventually pull off because they'll get bored. Skipping forward a few seconds, the only F5C that stuck with me is the one that was closest to me. The others gave up, and then the F5C closest to me gets an AIM-9L up the butt. So now I'm basically free to do what I want to. Start turning back around to see if I can get some missiles off. F4F is flying directly towards me, which is going to make easy work for the Sparrow. He tries to dodge, but it was a bit too late for him to do that. So that's another kill. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the match is kind of a disappointment. I ended up running out of fuel and barely making it back to base because I keep forgetting how quickly the Viggen burns fuel. Unfortunately, I didn't clutch out the match, which was kinda sad because there were like 3 people left, so it could have been, you know, a good game. Unfortunately, I ended up dying to an F4E because I greatly underestimated the capabilities of his AIM-9J that was flying at me. It was so dumb, it was literally like, oh, I don't need to flare that, I'm outrunning it. And then I blew up. Now, originally I was planning to show you another match, but all of the quote-unquote good matches pretty much went exactly like that. I'm shooting missiles at, you know, people who aren't looking at you. I didn't have any crazy clutches or super high kill games or anything, so instead I'm just going to show you this. I've found myself in a bit of a predicament with this JA-B. Now, I don't really have that much experience, like, dogfighting in the Viggen at all, so I'm kind of just like, damn, I don't know what to do here. So really I was more like, let's try and get him to overshoot because that's always cool, and it actually works out. Set him on fire and he's going to go down. Oh wait, that's my teammate. Damn, that sucks. But a little bit later in this match, I found myself in a similar predicament, but instead of a J8B, it's a MiG-21. Now there are probably better ways to go about the situation, but I was upset about the J8B not being my kill, so I was like, alright, let's try this again. Throttle down, pop the air brake for just a second, realize it's going way too fast anyway, twirl around a little bit, he's in front of me. And I get the kill. Now that shot wasn't nearly as pretty, but it was in the same game, and I felt I sort of redeemed myself. A second later, an F5C shows up, and I shoot a missile at him, and that's gonna kill him. I got another kill somewhere else in the match. I don't feel like going back and re-editing, but it is there, so, you know, 3 kills with an assist in that game. I'm sure that third kill was just, you know, shooting somebody with a missile anyway. Alright, so the JA37 Viggen summed up. It's alright, it's not bad, it's fine, it's just not the best. It's just kinda mid, or mid plus maybe. I can already hear the Viggen fanboys typing. On a real note though, I'm not gonna go hate on Viggen fans. However, I do find it really funny that the sheer number of Viggen fans is just so astronomical. I swear every time I stream, there's like 10 people that are like, Viggen, Viggen, Viggen? And then you have like 10 more people who are like, play Sweden, play Sweden, play Sweden. I guess now that I have the 30-day test drive, I can make a few people happy on stream now that I play their beloved Viggen. Okay, I got off track. So the Viggen compared to the competition in its proper matchmaker 11.0 to 11.3 is just kinda okay. It does its job. Alright, let me know what you guys think about the Viggen. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I do have some channel announcements coming soon. You're gonna see a few changes around here. I'll either make an update video or just a community post. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.